Hey fam, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Anastassja.Mariah, and I'm back with yet another video. So in today's video, you guys, we're actually going to be creating this beautiful eye look using the new Natasha Denona, my dream palette. I did let you guys know in the last video of my Sephora haul that I was going to be doing individual videos on those products, and I went ahead and gave it to you. This eye look today is really giving, so you know, I want to show you guys how I created this look. If you want to see my first impressions of this Natasha Denona, my dream palette, definitely keep on watching, and we're definitely getting into it today, so stay tuned. I'm super excited because I've been wanting to try this palette for a minute now since I purchased it. Since y'all saw that haul, I have the Natasha Denona, my dream palette. So cute. I did my nails. Can't you guys tell? Let's get into the press-ons here. Okay. Yes, we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. And the fan is on today. I haven't really thought about like what I want to do to my eye, but I do want to swatch them for you. So we're gonna do some live swatches here. Okay, I think I'm high enough. Literally high enough. All right, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can get a close-up view of the palette. And we're gonna go like straight across each row, and I'm gonna swatch on the outside portion of my arm. Ooh, that's nice. This is the Blackest Black. That's Aspiration. This is Serenity right here. This one is called Carpe Diem. I hope I'm saying it right. Which looks a lot lighter in the pan to me. Babies right here. That's nice. And that's the entire top row. I'll show you guys what the palette looks like after my swatches are done. So this is Instinct right here. Instinct. Thrill. This color is called Thrill. Ooh, gorgeous. Unity. Not the best swatch. Let me try again. Unity. That's Unity right here. Risk is going right here. Risk. So that's Risk. Oh gosh, so excited. Invention. That is Invention. Gorge. Absolutely gorge. Natasha. From this one to here, this is the entire second row. All right, so this next shade is called Vision, which I believe this is the one that is the multi-chrome. So you see it's pulling pink. It's like a pink, nude, green, shift something. I feel like there's 4 in the description of this color. Gorgeous. Edgy. That is Edgy. Super nice. Yeah. Spontaneous. Spontaneous. Ugh. Oh my god. Spontaneous. Ooh, wait. I gotta see that shit with my own eyes. That looks gorge. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so excited. I forgot which ones are the ones that are not new shades. I know there's 13 new shades in here. So the next shade is the shade that I was mentioning when I did the haul, that I like to challenge myself with colors that I don't think will show up on my skin. But the way these are swatching. Alright, so this is Nurture. Ooh. Let's try again. Alright, so that ashy shade is Nurture. It might look good with the base underneath. And then we have Familia, which is to me like just a warm brown. We're going to put this at the very end. So, Familia. Alright, and I want to try to swatch Nurture one more time. Alright, so from Vision, which was the multi-chrome, all the way to Familia is the last shade in the palette. So this is the entire palette. I'm very pleased with Blackest Black and Aspiration. Invention, beautiful. Vision, gorgeous. Spontaneous, I believe. Yeah, Spontaneous was the one that had me fed up. God. So I want to give it to you guys slowly. Get a good look. Don't look at my elbow. I'm trying to get that out the frame. My elbow. I just hate elbows, if anybody knows me. I love the tones in here, even though I did, when I bought it, I thought the palette wasn't like more cool tone, but it's not. However, we're gonna dip into it. I'm super excited, and I wanted to show you guys what the palette looks like after I've swelled my fingers in it, just so you guys have an idea if there's, you know, kickback or anything. I'm not gonna blow it. That's normally my first habit. This is what it looks like after it has been swatched. So not too bad. I'm gonna go clean my arm up, and then we'll go ahead and get into the eyes. I'll be right back. So I have my P. Louise base here. If you guys are familiar with P. Louise, I believe P. Louise is like in the UK somewhere. Do you guys know where P. Louise is located? Out of the bases that I have, room number 3 is the lightest shade that I have. So I'm just gonna do one eye on camera, one eye off, and I decided not to start with an eye on camera already done. I want to do the first eye on camera so that we can get into it together. But the swatches were really smooth. I honestly thought they were going to be super powdery. I do think that when your arm is super moisturized, because I had just put some body butter on my arm and my body, I honestly think that that helped. It brushes for Ulta. This is the 203 concealer blending brush. I hope you guys can notice a difference with my lighting. I have all my lighting on today for you guys. And I'm doing my left eye, which I be thinking that I do my left eye the best. I don't want to do anything too dramatic, but I do want to try to use quite a few shades, build up the intensity, and see how that, you know, comes off on camera, but also for myself, because I'm the one who bought it, and if I don't like this, I'll take it back. I have a horrible habit of like not liking something but keeping it. I don't know what kind of look I want to go for, but I know that the shade Nurture was a shade that I wanted to try to use, because as a woman of color, typically we look at those and we're like, that ain't a shade that I can use. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into that first. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. blending brush right here. So it's just kind of flat, but fluffy at the same time. Just pushing out any possible creases. It is some kickback, and I'll show you guys. Oh. Wow. These shades don't look anything like, well, this shade doesn't look anything like I would have expected it to look. And these are clean brushes. I'm using clean brushes today on this new palette because I didn't want to possibly, even though I cleaned them well in between, I didn't want to possibly have any remaining shadows on from another palette. Okay. Oh, Nurture's really pretty. Definitely not what I was expecting for the lightest shade in this palette. Well, Unity is probably the lightest shade in the palette, but it's more on the, to me, pastel side. It could be the base, but look at this color. So Aspiration is the second shade next to the black. So that's Aspiration on the brush, and I have my BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. I forgot what brush set I bought this with, but they all look like this. If it helps. Oh, right on the crease area, and I'm just going in circular motion. Add some smoke, some drama to the eye. All right, so the next color we're gonna use is, we're gonna use the blackest black. I don't know if I should bring Aspiration over on that side, but yeah, let's do Aspiration on the inner portion of my eye as well. So now we're gonna take a small detailed brush, because I just want to see how the black looks. I'm gonna take my Morphe M507. Y'all know the M506 and M507. So I'm not sure which one is bigger or smaller. Let me see. Yeah, I think the M506 is a little fluffier. So I'm gonna use the M507, which is the smallest one I have. We're gonna tap that right here. We're taking that like literally right on the edge of that crease. We're gonna take some into the inner corner, kind of. We're gonna go over it. Y'all know. It looks good, don't it? That looks real good. I don't know if I want to go with the all matte, but I think I want to use one of the shimmers, because you know, we kind of have to. And I feel like a lot of people on the videos that I've seen were using the multi-chrome. I kind of want to use spontaneous, but I feel like spontaneous just like boom. But I really think that that would add some boom bow to it. So that's what we're going to do. So I have this BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It's very dense and short. I'm going to use Invention. Invention is this color, so I can show y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Is this color. I thought this was really pretty when I swatched it. I have my Mario Badescu right here. See if it makes things a little smoother. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I should use my fingers. It's giving hard to work with. So when it comes to difficulty, I would say Invention is the first one that I feel like I've had issues with. So we're gonna go back into the M507 brush now. We're gonna take a little bit of the shade Instinct, which is this color, and we're gonna blend out the edges of Invention. A lot comes on it. I'm not having any issue with the matte shades in this palette so far, so that's good. And I'm not adding any extra product. I'm just going over the edges just to make sure that, you know, everything is cohesive. I'm not adding any new product to the brush that I used for Aspiration and Nurture. I'm just going around that. I have a brush from Morphe that's like a silicone type of brush. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Here it is. It's the M760. It's like this silicone type of brush. I'm gonna see if that helps at all. And if it doesn't, girl, then we're fucked up. Oh, this picks it up. Get you one of these. Okay. So that's how I know I need to move with this type of foil. This type of foil, type of shimmer shade that she has here. Yeah. Get you one of these. This again is the Morphe M760 brush. Now I feel better. Now I'm gonna go back into Instinct and tap that on the edges there. Blackest black. Nurture. I'm going to take like a pencil type of style brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 8. I believe this was the color that was designed to be the brow highlight color. This is the color Spontaneous. Buff it out. I'll put Spontaneous in the inner corner now so that you guys can have an idea of what it's going to look like. I just tapped the same pencil brush. I used 6 shades out of the 15, so more looks coming soon. But let me go ahead and finish and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. All right, be right back. All right, you guys, so we've made it to the end. Okay, so when it comes to this Natasha Denona My Dream palette, as you guys saw with the swatches and the application, I honestly do think that it is worth the $69 that for this price point. I've never had a palette of this type of quality before when it comes to the shadows, the duochromes, the multi-chromes, the mattes. Never had anything like this before. I love the color story again of this palette. I didn't have a bunch of kickback or fallout. I think the only struggle that I had was with the color Invention, which you can see there. It's a little messy. I did have a little struggle with that. It does say on the actual packaging to use like a more dense brush, but even though I did that, I still wasn't getting the payoff. I wasn't getting the payoff either when I was using like the setting spray with the dense brush, but I did get the payoff when I used that e.l.f. brush, which I'm gonna tell you guys, remind you what that brush is called one more time, because I'm gonna end up getting some more of these. I only have one of these. This is the Morphe M60 brush. This is typically good for picking up those type of shades. It's good for like the pressed glitters as well. It helped me out so much to get that shade, that shimmer shade in there. So the look turned out really nice. I added some lashes, some bottom lashes. I added the kind of like burgundy cranberry shade that was on the outer edges of the chrome shade. I added that to the lower lash line, and in the waterline I added like a nude liner there. So I think it turned out really good. I love the beaming inner corner, and I added that same color to the brow bone. I think it looks really nice. Let me just bring you guys in so you can see the eye more. If I had to rate this Natasha Denona My Dream palette, I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10, and that's simply because of the difficulty that I had with the duochrome shade that I had. I've only used like 2 shimmers in the palette. The mattes, chef's kiss. Okay, so I have no issues with the mattes at all, but you'll get more looks. I'm thinking about doing like 3 or 5 look, 1 palette type of video for you guys, so give me a thumbs up if you want to see that. That's pretty much it. It's definitely worth the price. I think the quality is amazing. The pigment was really nice. I told y'all about that shade. I told you about the shade in the Sephora haul, and I also mentioned it in the video, but Nurture was the shade that I was like, that's probably not going to show up. And I did use the base, but I have a feeling that even if I used like a base that was more of my skin tone shade, I still feel like Nurture would show up. Definitely catfishing in this pan. I expected this to be ashy. Y'all even saw in the swatches that it was ashy, but applying to the eye, like it blended all the way up into that crease, and I'm just so pleased. So definitely not going to be taking this back. This is going to be kept in my collection, my most bougie palette, so really happy about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, fam.